Naruto, 10 characters who would make powerful Jinchuriki. Only a handful of Naruto characters were Jinchuriki, shinobi who possessed the power of the tailed beasts. Who else would make great Jinchuriki? Jinchuriki are extremely strong shinobi in the world of Naruto who hold the tremendous power of tailed beasts within them. The Jinchuriki system came into existence with Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the sage of 6 paths, who became the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki after defeating his mother, Kagaya Otsutsuki. Centuries later, the hidden villages adopted this system to control the power of the beasts and, at times, use them as weapons capable of mass destruction. Over the years, Naruto has seen quite a lot of powerful Jinchuriki take the stage. But there are many others who would have made incredibly strong Jinchuriki as well. 10. Gaara would have been stronger than ever if he didn't lose Shikaku. Tsunagekyou's Gaara was once the Jinchuriki of the One Tail, Shikaku. On the hunt for the beast, the Akatsuki extracted Shikaku from the 5th Kazekage and left him weak. Thankfully, Gaara was saved, and he worked to hone his skills greatly over the years. In the 4th Great Ninja War, Gaara and Shikaku finally put their differences aside to form a great bond. And had the beast chosen to stay with him, Gaara would have become stronger than ever before. 9. Tsunade Senju would have been the strongest Sannin with Kurama. Tsunade Senju is the granddaughter of Hashirama Senju and Mito Uzumaki. As a student of Hiruzen Sarutobi, she was destined to reach great heights as a ninja. And she accomplished that by becoming one of the legendary Sannin and, later, the 5th Hokage of Konohagakure. Tsunade's grandmother, Mito Uzumaki, was the first Jinchuriki of Kurama. And having the blood of an Uzumaki with Hashirama's vitality would have made Tsunade a great Jinchuriki for the Nine Tails. Her already great recovery rate and chakra reserves would have been boosted further and made her a menace to face in combat. 8. Hiruzen Sarutobi would have been the strongest Kage. Hiruzen Sarutobi was the 3rd Hokage of Konohagakure and a student of both Hashirama Senju and Tobirama Senju at one point. Inheriting the best of both, Hiruzen went on to become the longest-serving Kage in the village's history. Furthermore, he was also said to be the strongest Kage to ever live, though it was never shown to fans whether he was truly stronger than Hashirama or not. With the Nine Tails, Hiruzen would have become incredibly powerful and definitely surpassed even the strongest of Kage who came before him. 7. Orochimaru would have had much better chakra reserves. A member of the legendary Sannin like Tsunade, Orochimaru was known to be the biggest genius under Hiruzen Sarutobi and a shinobi who held enough skill to be considered for the Hokage title. Orochimaru's powers made him nigh unstoppable in combat, but he struggled with maintaining his body at its peak condition, which always held him back. If he had become the Jinchuriki of any tailed beast prior to getting sick, Orochimaru would have acquired a lot more chakra. This would also have enabled him to tap into the power of Sage Mode. 6. Jiraiya was a perfect match for Kurama. Another student of Hiruzen, Jiraiya was a fairly balanced shinobi from his younger days and grew to be a fearsome ninja worthy of being called one of the legendary Sannin. Jiraiya had great skill in all the arts, and he even had the power to tap into Sage Mode when his back was against the wall. Jiraiya's great chakra reserves and his personality made him quite a match for Kurama. As a Jinchuriki, he would certainly have surpassed all the other Sannin and likely be declared the strongest shinobi of his era in the entire world. 5. The 4th Raikage would acquire greater power with Gyuki. The 4th Raikage remains to be one of the strongest shinobi in the history of Kumogakure, if not the strongest. He is known to have been strong enough to fight a tailed beast in his prime days and even injure it. If had he been made the Jinchuriki of the 8-tailed Gyuki, he would have been much stronger and could have surpassed his fellow Kage. Kumogakure is already strong, but it would have been an unstoppable village with the fourth Raikage Jinchuriki power at the helm. 4. Sasuke Uchiha would have surpassed Naruto with eight-tailed beast. Known to be one of the strongest Uchiha of all time, Sasuke was blessed with the power of the Sharingan, which he ultimately evolved into the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, he met the Sage of Six Paths and acquired the Rinnegan in his left eye as well. Despite all the powers, Sasuke was slightly weaker than Naruto. As evident from the fact that he had to rely on tailed beast chakra to take on Naruto during their final fight. Had he been a Jinchuriki, his chakra reserves would have seen him beat out the Uzumaki and become the greatest shinobi ever. 3. Boruto Uzumaki would have been compatible with Kurama. Naruto's son, Boruto Uzumaki, is quite a powerful shinobi who is known to be a genius, unlike his father. Being an Uzumaki, Boruto's chakra reserves are slightly higher than that of an average shinobi, making him compatible with Kurama. Although Kurama died, Naruto passing on his friend to his son would have been quite poetic. Just as he inherited Kurama from his mother. As a Jinchuriki, Boruto would certainly have been a menace to deal with for anyone standing in his way. 2. Kawaki would have filled his empty vessel with Kurama. Kawaki is the adoptive son of Naruto Uzumaki and one of the main characters of Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. As powerful as he is, Kawaki doesn't have the ability to utilize chakra completely yet, though he is in the process of learning under Naruto's guidance. Kawaki has been mistreated quite often in the past, but with Naruto, he feels loved for the first time. If Naruto had passed Kurama down to him, Kawaki would have become truly happy. In addition, his already great strength would have increased drastically. And he would have been a threat to even the Kara inners themselves. 1. Sarada Uchiha would pair her Sharingan with Kurama's power. The captain of Team 7, Sarada Uchiha, is the daughter of Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno, who aims to become the Hokage one day. Being an Uchiha, Sarada has the Sharingan, and she's also inherited her mother's monstrous strength. Although she has great parents, she looks up to Naruto Uzumaki the most and would love to be his protege. If Naruto passed down Kurama's power to Sarada, she would have become one of the most powerful kunoichi in the world and found it much easier to follow in Naruto's footsteps toward becoming the Hokage.